Hello there guys and welcome back to the Transfer Target powered by Snickers Protein, who are helping fans fall back in love with the game this transfer window, but a little bit more about that later. How are you all doing today? Welcome back to a Transfer Target video. I'm very excited to be talking about all the big rumours today. We're going to go through all the headlines that's going around, including that very interesting link to Lukaku and of course a little bit of a link to Tariq Lamptey and of course as well Douglas Luiz. But before we get on to all that, I want to say I'm dead excited that the Transfer Target is now powered by Snickers Protein and will be throughout the rest of January in the transfer window. Snickers Protein are determined to get everyone away from the fake transfer news and all the boring stories and general hysteria and noise that kind of permeates everything at this time of year and fall back in love with the transfer window. And together, we're launching the Snickers Protein fan line. Yep, I could be answering your questions on the video. So if you've got any worries or questions about Manchester City's transfer business, or just kind of want to let off some steam in general about the transfer approach, send me a comment or a video with the hashtag fanline on Twitter, so at Stephen McInerney, and I could be answering them basically in the next Transfer Target video. And it's going to be going on until the end of this transfer window, so make sure you get your questions in. And don't forget as well, just a bit of a reminder that if you send something in, you do consent to your name and comment being featured or used or video being played on this Transfer Target video. And finally, I'm going to be appearing on the Deadline Day live show powered by Snickers Protein, which is live on the Monday 1st of January over on Ball Street's YouTube channel. I will be like 4 hours of live action and great content on Deadline Day, so make sure you don't miss that. But anyway, thank you to Snickers Protein. I'm dead excited about this, guys. I'm really, really excited. How are you all doing today? You all well? Matty said he had a Snickers today. Good on you, Matty. Good on you, man. Dead excited. I'm working with Snickers Protein. This is pretty damn cool. They're powering my channel and the Transfer Target views. But we're going to get into this rumour today going around about Romelu Lukaku. You can see all the comments scrolling down at the bottom as well there in terms of the headlines today. We've got the Douglas Luiz news. We've also got a bit about Tariq Lamptey and, of course, the Lukaku one. Personally, I am not really sure about this Lukaku one, but I will read the headlines out anyway. What the headlines say, and this is what we're going to be doing in this video, by the way, dissecting these rumours. An Italian journalist, Fabio Santini, which is just a cool name, isn't it? I wish I had a name like that. Said Man City have presented an offer to Inter of equal to 80 million euros for Romelu Lukaku. The English club has proposed a 15 million a season to the Belgian forward. Currently earns 10 million at Inter, which is an awful lot of money. And personally, I think there's not really that much to it. Now, the most interesting thing as well is that Fabrizio Romano, Mr. Here We Go himself, Mr. Transfer Rumour himself, basically turned around and put a big kind of X red emoji right next to that, replying to City Extra's tweet. Essentially, ruling that out, which is very, very interesting. For what it's worth, by the way, I'm gonna wade in enough on my very controversial. This is a hot take. This probably an unpopular opinion as well. Whisper it quietly. Lukaku's a good player. That was me whispering to my mic, if you wonder what I was doing there. Lukaku's a good player. He's genuinely good. I genuinely rate him. I honestly think he's really good. And I would be very, 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 very... I'd be happy. I'd laugh my arse off if he came to Manchester City and did really well, given his time at Manchester United and, of course, other clubs as well in the Premier League. I don't think it's going to happen, personally. But I do actually think he's really good. Has everyone accepted that Lukaku's pretty good these days? He's improved a lot. He's confident. He's strong. He's pacey. He's got a lot of height, a lot of strength. One thing I would say in general is that he really probably isn't a Guardiola kind of player. I think there's a perception that his touch isn't very good, but I do think it's improved. He's got a really good partnership with Lautaro Martinez, though obviously Martinez is the kind of player that we'd probably go for in general. But Lukaku, man, I think he's obviously prospered and massively improved in a very good environment, and I do believe he could be really, really useful for Manchester City. I mean, obviously the argument is that in general we've got potentially could get the better version, the potential generational version in Haaland, but I would not be upset about the idea of Lukaku coming. I think largely, I look at this in the same way that I looked at the centre-back situation where it was a case where we were linked to, Koundé, Koulibaly and Diaz. And at the time I was like, to be honest, they're all pretty good. I want one more than another, but I would be happy if we got Diaz. And at the time, I admit, I hold my hands up, I wasn't expecting Diaz to be a first choice or be this good, but I was happy with any of them. And Lukaku, yes, big fans at MCFC TG there, TJ saying, sign Lukaku just to do another welcome to Manchester poster. I could get behind that big time. Welcome to Manchester. Lukaku there with his big City badge on. No, but Lukaku is on a list of players that if City signed as a forward, I wouldn't be upset. If we signed Haaland, I'd be delighted. If we signed Lukaku, I'd be like, all right, yeah, I'm happy with that. If we signed Martins, I'd be like, all right, I'm happy with that too. If we signed Patson Daka, I'd be like, that's interesting. Darwin Núñez, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty interesting. Basically, I'd be kind of fine with any of these if they happened. Do I think he's perfect? Probably not really, but I think he's very good and could maybe prove one or two people wrong, right or wrong, basically. Maybe. Someone's just said wrong thumbnail. What's the thumbnail? I think the thumbnail's correct as far as I can tell, okay, Halo. It looks like it's correct to me. I mean, maybe the thumbnail, you disagree with it, but I think it's the right thumbnail for the video. Maya asking the question, do I think he'd even want to come? Well, that's a good point, isn't it? Can I say, by the way, everyone, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button. As you can see, we're at 48,300. I want to get to 48,400. It'd be class to see that go up and get closer to 50k. So like the video, please. It'd be mint. But back to Maya's question. Maybe not. Maybe not. He's very, very happy. He's very happy, obviously, over in Italy. He might be like, do you know what? Why would I go back to rainy Manchester? But wrong thumbnail. It's Stones instead of Lukaku. Is it? I've accidentally... I'm not seeing that. The thumbnail shows, for me, by the way, the thumbnail actually genuinely shows the right one. So that's very strange. Let me change it anyway. But I'm seeing the right thumbnail. So I don't know why it's done that. That's very strange. To me, it's showing correctly. So that's very weird, isn't it? That's not very nice of my video to just go and give the wrong video thumbnail there. I'm going to try and edit it somewhere else. But it's showing fine to me. Cheeky thumbnail there being a pain. How dare you, thumbnail. I've just changed it again, and now it's showing it's correct. What's he doing that for? Basically, YouTube is just mugging me off today. I'll change it again right now just to make sure it's actually right. But I did check this because obviously I'm working with Snickers Protein, so I was like, I've got to get everything right. So anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Someone said it is Lukaku's. Okay, there we go. But basically, Lukaku in his Inter kit is the thumbnail. Aguero replacement. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well. Never mind. But I would prefer, of course, Haaland. Haaland would be absolutely fantastic, but I wouldn't say no to this. What does everyone reckon about the Douglas Luiz stuff, by the way? Let me know what you think about Douglas Luiz, because I'm about to get onto that in a second. But my final thoughts on Lukaku is that... he's a good player. He's a good player. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano has already said in general that this probably isn't going to happen, man. It isn't going to happen. So I think this is one of those like speculative rumours. What I will say in general, by the way, is that clubs like Manchester City, they don't have one target. They have a list of about 10 targets. And I would not be surprised if Lukaku's on that list, but right down near the bottom. A backup to the backup to the backup to the backup to the backup, if that makes sense. We always have many players in many positions. So it's probably not incorrect to say that Manchester City have watched Lukaku. But the idea that we've gone to try and sign him, I think that's probably nonsense, personally. Beppy reckons we should bring back Luiz. By the way, no spamming, everyone. Brillo reckons we should get Luiz too. Guardiola today, by the way, I'm not sure if you've seen my match preview, but there's a quote from Guardiola today, said that he had two fantastic holding midfielders, referencing, of course, Douglas Luiz. And there was some great news today, which is a fantastic little bit of information, where apparently when they tried to get a work permit for him, Guardiola apparently sent off loads of video clips to the Home Office saying, this is how we're going to use him, he's going to be great. Obviously, Guardiola's clips weren't convincing. He should have sent him like Douglas Luiz, skills, highlights, 2018, HD, 1080p, or something like that. And I guess that might have done the job, you know, banging EDM track and then Douglas Luiz's best bits. But it apparently wasn't enough anyway, so he didn't get to stay. But we know from that, I guess, that Guardiola wanted him to stay around. Personally, I like Douglas Luiz. Do I think he's the fair enough replacement? Probably not. Once again, I think he's pretty good, but I'm not sure he's the be-all and end-all and the fix to our problems. But I think he's a good player, and if he came back for 27 million, allegedly, I'd be kind of alright with that. I think he's a pretty good player. So, would I take him? Yeah. Do I think he's the long-term solution? Probably not. But then again, I don't really know the solution either. Zakaria is one that everyone really wanted. Is it going to happen, Zakaria? Probably not either. He might do, but it's injury-related, and apparently his injuries aren't really healing that well at the moment. I don't know. Has anyone been watching Zakaria since he came back from injury? Let me know in the comments. He's a good player, but there are some question marks, apparently. Laurie reckons he would prefer Locatelli. He's meant to be really good, isn't he? Locatelli. He's a guy that everyone's really into at the moment, so he'd be another option potentially. As well, in terms of the other bit of news, apparently we're watching Tariq Lamptey. I mean, I'm sure once again he's another player that's just on Manchester City's list of potential right back options at some point in the future. If if we needed another right back, which we clearly don't, we've got Walker and Cancelo and about 10 billion young right backs out and signed by the club. We've got that Cliver Aguilera, we've got that, what's he called, Kabori guy, we've got Jan Kutu. We've got so many young right backs linked to the City football group at the moment, so I'm not sure we necessarily need him. But Lamptey, by the way, is absolutely quality. I like him an awful lot. He reminds me a little bit of Jeremy Frimpong, who went and did excellently at Celtic, but now he's having a bad season over at Celtic. I guess he's only young, but he reminds me a little bit of him. MCFC TJ saying, Zakari's been playing right wing this season returning. He's only started 3 or 4 games. That's very strange, man. I bet he's gutted because that's probably played him out of a potential move to Manchester City if he doesn't get regular time this season. Shaquille Smith saying Haaland, Zakaria or Benacia or Theo Hernandez would be fantastic. Oh, that would be delightful, wouldn't it? And Jean Malloy's just in Tesco, Messi in Tessie in Mesco. Messi in Tesco, well, that's confirmed then, isn't it? That's confirmed. Jonas saying, how many goals will Haaland get tonight? I didn't even know Haaland was playing tonight, Jonas, but I would be very happy about it. What would be your ideal transfer window, everyone? Let me know and I'll read some of the comments out. Man City rebrand coming with Snickers. Archel, that's obviously just a rumour to confirm that. It's Archel making a joke there. Imagine it. Snickers Protein, man. I'm powered by Snickers Protein. They're sending me some Snickers Protein bars as well, and I can't wait for them to turn up. I'm going to eat one on every single stream. I'm dead excited by this, by the way. So, by the way, it's going to be daily videos as well, doing the transfer roundups, a live one. So let me know what time you want to do. Obviously, tomorrow morning, I'll do one tomorrow lunchtime, but it will be at lunchtime because obviously Man City are playing tomorrow night, so I won't be doing a live video then. But I will be doing live videos, so it'll be good to chat constantly. So let's have a look at people's transfer windows. Naz reckons Haaland, Digny, Husamawa and Zakaria. That's great. Lukaku's not confirmed for Game Knocks, no. Alexander Roberts would like Renan Lodi. He's a really good player, apparently. Let's have a look. Ideal window, says Patrick, is Digny, Haaland and Messi. That's pretty good as well. David Silva 400, not the David Silva, I reckon. Wants Grimaldo, Haaland, Zakaria, Husamawa and Messi. That's it. You don't want much there, do you, mate? Haaland, Zakaria, Messi, Lodi and Auer, says Leotil. That's really good as well, isn't it? But in general, for me, Chaotic Espin says realistic. Haaland, Martinez are in reach, and Luiz for Douglas Luiz from midfield would be a realistic ideal window. I don't think Messi's unrealistic, genuinely. I know he's obviously a massive stretch, but I don't think he's unrealistic. I think, obviously, Messi was kicking off and got sent off the other day for lashing out. He's not happy. He's not happy at all. So, you never know. You never know. He could decide, do you know what? I can't be bothered over here at Barcelona. I'm going to come here instead. But guys, thank you for watching this transfer wind-up. It's not a long video because my belly is rumbling. I'm absolutely starving. I just need some more Snickers Protein bars. I would love it right now if I had one. I'd be like, absolutely chomping down on it. But for now... What? Not before my tea, though. Nick will be very correct to say that. She just strolled in just to add those words of wisdom there. Actually, I'm not going to go because Cool Guy 80. How could I ignore someone called Cool Guy 80? What a name, man. And he's born in the 80s maybe as well, so he's so cool. He said, Stephen, what's your opinion about Ismail Benacer? He looks really good. Really good for what I like of him. I really like he's a really intelligent player and a bit of bite to his game as well. Not a bite to get a Snickers Protein bar. But he's got a bit of bite to his game, which I really genuinely enjoy. So, yeah, he's a good player, man. He's a good player. I'm sure the Algerian fans would love to see him in Manchester City as well. Would be very interesting. Where did they get a jumper from? I don't know. Where did they get this jumper from? Can you remember? Everyone likes this jumper. I wear it often. People always comment. I think it's just a very plain jumper, but I genuinely get comments about it all the time. I think it was just Top Man or something like that. What about Theo Hernandez? No, Theo Hernandez is a fantastic player. I would love him in Manchester City, but I can't really see people spending City spending 70 million on him. I think that's how much it would take to get him away or something like that. But his quality, if we get him 50, 60 million, go for it. I'll be very, very happy about it. Because he's a very good player. I mean, I've struggled with the left-back situation. I mean, Tagliafico, surely not. He's getting a bit older now. He doesn't seem like a long-term solution. Maybe we've got him this year for another season, maybe. But he is how old's Tagliafico now? Is he 28 or something like that? Is he pushing 29? Tagliafico is 28 and turns 29 by the start of next season. Yeah, so I feel he's a little bit old for me, unless we got him for really cheap or something like that. Theo Hernandez would be great. Renan Lodi, I'll be honest, he's meant to be really good, but I haven't watched... I get some nuts, Stephen. Nice, Ethan. Nice, I like it. But I haven't watched much about Lodi. Haven't watched much about him. Someone would have to tell me loads about him. Apparently he's really good though, isn't he? And then Who else is there? There obviously Grimaldo's been linked at some point. Digny as well is meant to be a very good player. I don't know. Harry Mills saying, hasn't Martinez signed an extension with Milan? Yeah, signing an extension doesn't really mean you're not going to go there, does it? I mean, he might stay, you're right, but sometimes it just means that, just means that they're doing it to also help the club out and get a bit more money, and, he just obviously ups the fee as well. Should never have sold Angelino. Well, we technically haven't sold him yet, Beppe, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Angelino, though, I think more suits the idea of, a wing-back kind of Manchester City. I don't think he's going to get another chance, unfortunately, but that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the big transfer roundup, and I will be back tomorrow lunchtime to do some more transfer roundup. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and let me know down in the comments what you make of these rumours today. Lukaku wanted by Man City? Question mark? Exclamation mark? Probably not really, but is it interesting? Would I take him personally? Maybe. Tariq Lamptey, one for the future potentially. Douglas Luiz, well, I wouldn't really say no either, but do I think he's the future? Maybe not, but we'll see. Anyway, big love to you all. See you tomorrow. Oh, and go and watch the preview as well. Bye-bye.